and welcome to Barre with Sarah. I'm Sarah, and today we have a 60-minute ballet barre based class. So I've got my fun shoes on today. Don't worry, no ballet shoes are needed. You can always do this in your barre socks or in your bare feet. So as a reminder, this is not a perfect class for beginners. If you want to do a ballet barre style class, just search in the channel. There's 5 workouts that precede this one. You're welcome to come along. I'm going to give you some beginner modifications, but this is a more intermediate to advanced course because it's progressive, building on the previous classes that we've done that I know some of you really love. Shout out to my girl, Annie. Hopefully you're joining for this workout. Okay, so set up today, having a support. If it's something elevated, that'll be great. We're going to be doing some elevated stretches with the bar. You can use a countertop. I have a couch. Just something raised. If not, that's okay. Towel ladder, mat. I have 3 sets of weights because I'm indecisive. Choose 3s and 6s. Another thing you could possibly add on, this is getting us ready for next week's class, is if you have a slider. If you don't have a slider, you can use a paper plate. If you're on smooth floor, you can substitute a towel. It's not necessary, but for one of the bar leg exercises, this could be a good add-on for you. All right, and like I said, you can wear your fancy ballet shoes or you can just wear your regular shoes. But it's time to get started. All right, we're going to start with some long lunges today. So go ahead and face the long edge of your mat. Take that right leg back, right leg forward. Here we go. Tap and back, tap and back. Pressing down into all 4 points of the foot. Give it 4 and 3. And 2, and 1. Go ahead and hold it back. Sink down, roll that hip under. Nice job. Tall to the crown of the head for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Let's switch it out with that left leg going back, that left arm going forward. Here we go. Tap and back. Tap and back. Nice job. Listen to your body and your balance because we are going to be doing some balancing today. Just give me 2 and 1. Go ahead and take it back. Sink down, rolling that hip under. Nice job. Still thinking tall through the crown of that head. And coming up. Let's come into first position. Looks like this. We're going to take it in, out, up, and down. Feet come in, feet go out, releve, and down. Nice job. In, out, up, down. You can be holding on, or you can have those hands on your waist, or you can bring them into first. Nice job. Out, up, and down. In. So we're just rotating and down. Rotating that hip up and down. Last time. In, out, up, down, take it back up, and pulse, little pulse, down, up, again. Core nice and strong, nice and tight. You got 8, 7, 6, holding in 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come down, nice and softly. Go ahead and take, no matter which foot, starting to warm up those feet, stretching the top of them. This should feel so good. Now let's go ahead and plant that foot, just rolling through. Nice. I do have my foot strengthening and stretch video, so if you have feet challenges or you want to strengthen your feet, that's a good place to go. All right, we're gonna step out into second position, not so wide today, because after we come down, we're going to roll. So when you roll, that's when we want to have those knees aligned with the ankles. Here we go. Plie, roll, stand, and down. Now when I do this, I want to lean forward. So you want to think about sliding down that imaginary wall as much as you can. Maybe that means you go a little bit higher in the position. But again, our tendency is to come forward. We want to bring that chest back. Stand and down. 2 more times. Plie, stand and down. Plie, stand and down. Take it back up and hold. Take those arms out into second position. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, soft knees. Now pulse those legs back, a little back, a little back. You might have to walk out a little bit wider, little back, little back, little back. Press down, press back, pulse down. Little pulses, just down and back, down and back. 4 more sets. And 3, and 2, and hold. Shift the weight to the right and center. Weight to the left and center. Just little mini shifts. Weight to the right and center. Weight to the left and center. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we come. Give those legs a good shake. All right, go ahead and face that long edge of the mat again. So how we're going to inhale up. It's going to be a little exercise. Maybe here to check this. I walk out into that high plank, so that inchworm. Coming back, 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 back. And rolling up to stand. This is really good for getting those hamstrings in the back side of the body nice and warm. Just hold that plank for a beat for me. This is one of the least heavy plank workouts I've ever done. So if you love planks, don't worry. We'll be back next week. Sitting all the way up. Let's do 2 more like that. Walk, walk, walk. And again, we're just going to do that work. So if you need to bend those knees, that's okay. With the straighter you can keep those legs, the more stretch. And roll it all the way up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and come down to the mat and do one quick inner thigh stretch. We're going to get a lot of inner thigh today. So bringing the weight onto that right knee, I want you to take that left leg and turn it out. So the foot's not forward. I'm rotating the leg out of the pelvis, so you're seeing my big toe. So this might be enough for you. We're trying to open and stretch here. If that's not enough, just sit into this right hook. So here I am, hips level. I'm just going to bring this left hip towards the thigh. Just a little, I know we don't do a lot of static stretches beginning of our workout, but today we need this one. All right, bring those hips to center. Careful, we're going to switch that up. Over here, just so you can do my little feet. So all the weight in this left knee, you can always hold on. We're going to take this right leg out, and again, I don't want the sole of the foot down. I'm going to turn that thigh bone out at the pelvis. You can see I already want to bend, so this might be enough stretch. If not, you're going to sit into this left hip. So here I am square. I'm going to pull right hip towards right thigh. And I don't want to be torso, front, back, just straight. And again, feel that inner thigh muscle stretching. Point all the way through those feet. Nice job. Just hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Go ahead and bring it up. Okay, it's time for upper body. Let's grab those weights. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to start with my 3s today. Then I'm going to keep those 2s handy. All right, quick set of upper body today. Bar is all about, belly bar is all about the legs. So we're going to start in a nice V position, the first position. And we're going to do a front V to a back V. So it looks like this. Taking those weights, just bend slightly into those knees. We're going to raise those arms up into a forward V, palms forward. Then we're going to take those arms back and open to a back V. We'll straight up from the side, and then we're going to get going. So I've got a little bit of bend, pitch forward just a little bit, forward, up, I go. Head is neutral. Then bringing those arms down and pressing back. We're going for time. Please don't rush. All right, get ready. Here we go with our V's. We take it up. And when we're coming up, we're going to get a nice little squeeze to that shoulder. In the lower V, we're going to get a little bit of that mid-back. We're also going to get a little tricep. So what I don't want to see is us kind of over sun saluting. So think about your torso as being locked. And that means nice strong abs. And thinking about pulling those weights through water, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Tuck that chin for me. Good job. Bring that front knee up and high. Bring those weights together. It's almost an X if you think about it, because those weights will sort of meet in the middle as we go V to V. Nice job. Let's do 2 more sets, or maybe just one, doesn't matter. Your pace. And down. Nice job. Okay, I'm going to face you and pick up my 2s. We're going to go to that middle shoulder. This is going to be a burner. Bring those feet back into first position. Want those palms to face forward. Don't overgrip those weights. Whew. Inhale, exhale. Bring those arms up. Little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip the palms down. And pulse. Little pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip those palms. Here we go again. And 7, and 6, and 5. Little pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1 more set like this for 8, 7, 6, 5. Hold it in 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip those palms. Take them down and up, down and up. Whew. And up, down and up. Give me 4 and 3. Shoulders down the back. 2 and 1. Flip those palms. Give me 8 and 7. Whew. 6 and 5. We have 1 more set of pulses after this. And 3 and 2 and 1. Take it back up. Little pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes, we can. 2. Flip those palms. That's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah! Oh my gosh, give me a few little shoulder rolls there. That feels so nice. All right, we're going to, from a bent lat raise to a T. Go ahead and bend over for me. Pull those shoulders in. These. So it looks like this. We're going to do our bent raise. Extend the arms. T. Pull the arms in. Nice job. Extend. T. And in. I feel like I was going to hit there. And extend. So we're hitting the back shoulder. And because I'm a terrible person, a little bit more mid shoulder. We're going to get a lot of middle shoulder today. Pull in, lift, take it out. So back shoulder. This is a tricky one to pick a weight for me because back shoulder tends to be weak. Middle shoulder tends to be stronger. Nice job. Last one. Take it back. And in. I lied. We're going to do 1 more set because I'm terrible. Last T. Up, down. Pull in. All right, we're going to move straight to the biceps. So you've got a couple options for this one. I'm going to recommend, if you feel like it, to do an extended bicep curl. So normally we do biceps with our elbows really parked into our sides for stability. If you need that today, you can bring those elbows in. If you're able, I want you to go ahead and extend that bicep curl. Okay, it's going to look like this. We're going to curl in, out, pull in, return. So we're going to do a curl and then do a little middle back pull. So if you look at my arms, they're away from my body. They're also on a diagonal. So think 10 and 2. We don't want to be way out here. That really stresses the shoulder joint. And if that doesn't feel good for your shoulders, you can move it in a little bit more. Just find an angle that works for you. It's good to work the shoulders and the bicep heads from different angles, but I don't want you to rotate too much externally because that really can cause some strain. Nice job. Just pull 8, pull 7, look at the pulses, 6 and 5. Don't move anything else. 4, 3, last 2 and 1. Just hold it there and pulse. Just pulse the shape of the arm. Little pulse. Yes, you can. And pulse it back. Little backs, little backs. So just pretend that you're pulling those elbows into the body, into the body. Yes, you can. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to finish out the triceps. Everything here from that wonderful V position. Bend a little bit into those knees. Pitch the body forward. Roll the shoulders down and back. Arms go straight back. We go in up, hold. In up, hold. In up, hold. Tuck that chin. In up, hold. So you're never really releasing the contraction. Don't think down. Just think in, up. In, up, down, down. In, up, down, down. Nice job. In, up, hold. For 4. Hold it in 3. And 2. And 1. Flip the palms back. In a hold. In a hold. Come down lower if you want more of a challenge. Keep that chin tucked. In the hold. In up, hold. In up, hold. Nice job. Now lift those palms up. Just pulse. Little pulse. Little pulse. Stretch those arms back to the back of the room. Pulse. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Hold it in 4, 3, 2. Hold. Stay flat-footed or pop up and through. Elevate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, down, down. Set those weights aside. You did great. Let's stretch it out. Oh my goodness, let's take that right arm across the body. That was good. I do love bar arms. Remember, you don't have to lift heavy to have an impact on your upper body. And I'm excited to get to those legs. Okay, different tricep stretch today. So bring it to chest level. And then I'm just curling that arm around. So we're still stretching here. Just stretching the tricep from a different angle. So there, my hand is wrapping all the way around. I'm also doing this because I'm a little sore in the triceps, just to be completely honest. All right, let's switch it out to the other side. So that left arm. I know I say a lot, roll your shoulders on your back, roll your shoulders into their place. We don't want to pull too hard on the shoulders, but we don't want his shoulders, I'm super exaggerating, up by the ears. Let's go ahead and wrap that arm around the back. I'm stretching here into the tricep, so I'm pressing above the joint. So when I keep saying shoulders down the back, we don't want to pull the muscles too hard, but the failure pattern we tend to have is we let the shoulders creep up by the ears. So it's just a little reminder. Again, we don't have to yank the shoulders down, but we do want to think about having space between the ears and the shoulders. All right, we didn't do a lot of chest. We've got to do a quick little release. So grasping hands, externally rotating and extending. Remember, you can always modify with imaginary beach ball. I don't know about you, I've been spending a lot of time at a desk. So I'm working on an upper body stretch for y'all. I hope you'll join me for that. TBD on where it's coming out, but I need all that help I can get. And let's go ahead and do the neck. So taking left ear to left shoulder. And I saw a great neck half stretch, so I'm going to be using this. So to come out of it, take 2 fingers to your temple and help your head up. That really helped me a lot, especially the other side. I know I put too much strain in my neck. So helping, this is like a bowling ball. Your head's a bowling ball. So just giving it a little bit of help to get up. So again, taking those 2 fingers together, pressing to the temple, and helping that neck into neutral. Okay, I'm gonna get a quick sip of water, and it is time for us to go to the bar. We're gonna start with plies. Today, we haven't done a plie series in a little while. We've done them, we remember them. So let's start in a second position. So as a reminder, second position, legs or toes are going up 10 to 2. And when I come down, I want to make sure that those knees are tracking. So feel free to hold on. That's a great place. We're going to start with our demi-plies, just down and up. So down and up. Ooh, that was a free head adjustment. Down and up, down and up. Nice job. So as we're starting to warm up into this, really squeezing up to the inner thighs. Take it down and up, Just remembering our plies, down and down. Give me 4 and 3 and 2 more. We're gonna go plie, plie, grand. So we do plie, plie, and grand is down and down, up and up. Plie, plie. If you don't like that grand, you can stay in that plie, plie. You can just do your dummies. Add that arm if you want. Down and up. Plie, plie. Remember, pretty hands for ballet. And up. And for this, you can just use your outside hand. We would switch sides of the bar in an actual class last time. Down and up. Down, little dummies, and ground. And up. So come up into releve. You might need to step those feet in a little bit just for a little balance. So if you need to hold on, that's great. Now you can bring those arms out in second position. I have muscular arms, they don't look so pretty. So just pressing down, finding that point of balance. Straighten, coming to the top of the head for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, bend those knees. Nice job. You always get a little shake out. Always roll the feet. Let's come into 4th position. So 4th position, as a reminder, we're going to start here in first with our heels together, toes apart. We're going to take this right leg. We're going to extend it. So our little tendu, and we're going to set it down. It's been a little while since we've done 4th. So here I am from the side in my first, tenduing that right foot, setting it down, maintaining that turnout. All right, it's time for us to do that same series in 4th position. So make sure that torso is forward, plie. Sorry, demi, it's a demi. Demi is half. So again, I'm still sliding up and down, up, take it down and up. It's Monday and it's already been a week. Standing nice and tall. All right, plie, plie, grand. So it's demi and demi. For the grand, it's down and down, up and up. So unlike that second, the heels are gonna come up. I'm just gonna show it without the arms a couple times. And up. Whew. I think I'm in good shape. And then I do a ballet workout. You can add that arm plie, plie to the grand, down and up. I'm not going to change sides of the bar, so my arm's just going to be the outer one. So please excuse my arm awkwardness. One more time, plie, plie, and take it down and up. But come up and do a little bit for me. We're going to keep it in first arms for simplicity. So here are arms in front. That weight is balanced. Stay nice and tall, holding on. Just practicing your balance. 4, 3, 2, come down and plie, nice and soft. Nice job. Okay, we're going to stand aside for fun. So we're going to pull the heel of that right foot to the toe of the left. And that's 5th. Remember, your modification is 3rd position. Bringing that heel to the midfoot. So if this doesn't feel good at all, you can slide all the way back into 1st. If you have more of a turnout, you can go ahead and turn out. So plie. I want you to look down and check to make sure that those knees, kind of feel like I'm showing something out here, those knees are tracking over the toes. We're really thinking about squeezing as we come up in this one. Nice job. Plie, plie, grand. So we plie. We plie. Whew. Take it down and down, up and up. Plie. Try to get straight into that arm. Take it down and down, up and up. Plie. Plie. If this is not hard, I want to know what you're doing, because this is hard. Plie. Take it down and down, up and up. Last time, plie. Plie. Oh, we've got 5th balance coming up. And up. Nice job. So you're gonna come up into releve and step those feet together. Su-su. Nice and tall. Find a focal point. And it's not moving. I'm gonna not look at you. And balance. Tight core. 4, 3, 2, 1, come down. Nice job. Okay, whew. I need to shake off. I don't know about you. Okay, we're gonna do 4th and 5th now on the other side. Yay. I'm excited. Okay, so moving to that left side now. Come back to our first position. Sorry, 4th, 5th. I did both sides. So, taking this left foot forward, pointing. So there's our tendu. Setting the foot down, remembering weight's not forward, weight's not back, weight's nice and balanced. There's your 4th position. Here we go, plie. Now everyone has a weird 4th, weird side. This is my weird side. So I always say my body wants to go this way. So you might need to play with your position. This is not a technique class for ballet. So just find something that works for you. If you don't like 4th, come back to 1st. Keep building your turnout. Keep building your strength. That works great too. So remember it's plie, plie, and then we go down and down, up and up. I'm just going to show it in 1st. You keep going in 4th if you like 4th. This is the 1st modification. And up. This is a little bit easier on knees. So if you want to start somewhere, I would start in 1st instead of 4th. You can also just stay at a demi. So here, go ahead and you go bronze and up. One more time, 4th. All the options, take it down and down, up and up. Up into releve we come. Arms in 1st if you like, and balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down that plie. So soft knees. Nice job. We just have one more set of plies. You're doing great. So now we're just going to come to 5th. So pulling the ankle, pulling the heel of that left foot to the toe of the right, sliding it to the midfoot, or you could even come into 1st. Okay, here we go. Down and up. Check that position. So I'm tight because my right outer thigh is tight. So I'm actually going to go to 1st in a minute here. And 2 more demis we're going to do, demi, demi, grand. And then I'm going to 1st and demi. I'm modifying today because my body needs that. Take it down and down. Up. Okay, now it feels good. And demi. So when I say demi and plie, that's the same. Grand is just the big one. So something I need to work on is keeping ears over shoulders, hips over heels, because I know that I want to bring my chest forward. So what we don't want to do, we do a grand, is come. It's not a bow. It's still a plie. Plie. Still trying to stay nice and tall. One more time. Plie. Plie. Last one. Make it your best. And up. And up into releve. Walking those feet together. Sue. Hip square. Maybe taking those arms off and holding. Nice job. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, I need a hip release. I don't know about you. Let's do a quick little figure 4. And then, oh boy, and we're gonna go to some arabesque, which I'm way too excited about. Okay, so in our last class, we did attitude. Attitude lifts to the rear. And as you remember, attitude is the bent leg. So I think about it as the jewelry box ballerina. So the one who has her leg back and she's doing this. That's attitude. That's not what we're doing today. We're doing something similar, moving to the back side of the body to give these quads a rest. But it's going to be arabesque. And arabesque is the straight leg, long, pretty version. We have lots of options today. So we're going to start with the base move. And then we're going to start adding some balance if you'd like that. And ballet makes me a sweaty mess. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and probably face into your support. You will have an option to turn away from it. But let's start facing into the support. And I'm going to start with my right leg, the leg closer to you. So we're going to start by coming into a first position. So we're always going to return to this first position. That's going to help us keep our legs externally rotated, which we want throughout this process. So I'm going to take this right leg, and I'm going to take that leg back. I don't want the thigh bone turned down. I want to maintain that turn out. So I'm going to turn out the hip, but then I want to make sure I square back towards the front of the body. Okay, so for arabesque, we're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now you could be here a little bit lower, and that's great. I want you to point through that toe. Point, point, point. Lift and lower. Lift. This is our first set. You're going to feel this in glute max, glute med, and yes, into your back. So if you have back problems, I want you to keep it a little bit lower. Give me 4. And down. Give me 3. And down. Keep that leg turned out. And down. 1. And down. Okay, this time we're going to practice coming forward just a little bit more. So if this is feeling good in your back and your hip, go ahead and come along with me. If it's not, just keep strengthening at this nice starting level. Here we go. We're going to lift up. So chest comes forward a little bit and down. Up and down. So what I'm not doing, I'm not dropping the head. It's not seesaw. That chest stays up, even though the leg comes back. Chest stays up, leg comes back. Did you forget your turn out? Chest comes down. So chest stays up, torso comes down. Chest stays up, torso comes down. Nice job. One more time. And down. Okay, give me a little hip to hip, especially on the standing leg. That's taking a lot of the work. Okay, now we're going to progress out with some arms. I'm going to be honest. Belly arm work is not my strength. Sorry, Kim. It's not. But we're going to just do some really basic stuff. So for an arabesque, we're going to do an L-shaped arm, which means this is my right leg. So, oh goodness, I'm backwards. The right leg is coming back. The left arm is forward. Right arm is out. So let's just practice tapping that shape so we know what it looks like. So this is our shape, and return to first. Tap your shape, return. Nice job. Let's tap a couple more times. Think pretty snowflake icicle fingers. Tap and down. You never want to block your face. Tap and down. One more time. We tap and down. Okay. Now we're going to actually start moving into that. So to get started for that, I want you to have one hand on the bar, probably the hand away from your arm and your leg that are moving. So here we go. We're just going to do arabesque with our side arm. So out and in. So I'm tapping. I'm doing the exact same thing. And then when you want, you can add that other leg. I'm closing the 5th because that's what I like. Up and up, down and down. You keep going. I'm just going to show you the same thing from the side. So I'm going up and up, down and down, up and up, down and down, up and down. It might not look pretty, but you know what? Mine doesn't look pretty, but that's okay because I'm thinking about keeping that core nice and tight. Same balance. This is a new move for us. And down. We're going to bring it up this time and hold it. So go ahead and find your strongest point. Just get into that position. Maybe a little bit higher. And hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, core tight. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Ah, okay. Yeah, that was good. We're going to do that on the other side. We're going to stay right there. All right, arabesque. Other side. So moving to the left side. So as a reminder, we're coming into that first position. We're going to face into our support to start. And that is going to give us the option to focus just on those legs. So got a teeny tiny slight bend with that standing leg, that right leg. And we're going to take this left leg, and it's not going to be turned forward. It's going to be turned out at the hip, pointy toe. So I don't want no dead foot, no flex foot. We're talking point, 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 point. Points. This lesson brought to you by Sarah. Okay, we're gonna just practice our lifting and lowering. Here we go. We lift and lower. So just feel into this one and lower. This is my tight hip. So I'm gonna start a little bit lower on this one and still turn down at the hip, trying to keep this hip forward and maintain the turn on. There's a lot of little things with ballet. It's always working. We're always trying to learn. We're always trying to improve. Take it up and down. Again, teeny tiny micro bend in the standing line. Nice job. One more. And down. You're gonna keep doing the arabesque like that, or if you've got that strong low back and it's not hurting your hip, you're gonna go into it a little bit deeper. Here we go. We take it down and up. So that leg, we're trying to keep that leg as straight as possible. That means that quad is flexed, that foot is pointed. And as I'm coming down, that chest is up. So I'm not seesawing like we do in regular bar. Chest stays up. So if you had words on your shirt, the person in front of you could still read them up and down. So I'm getting a lot of high glutes and into the low back. And I know in bar, I harp, don't use the low back, don't use the low back. What I need is don't compensate with the low back. We do have to use it sometimes up and down. Okay, and a little shake, little shake. I get a little excited there, best. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of the arms. This left leg is back, that left arm is out, and the right arm is forward. And we have icicle fingers. My hands always look dead, so sorry for that. So, stay up nice and tall. Pull that core in for me. We're just going to do those lifts. So we're going to lift. Nothing has changed in the legs. We're just adding those arms. You keep lifting and lowering. Lift and lower. I'm just going to do it this way. Lift. Ooh, I'm going to hit that bar. Lift and lower. I can't really look at you when I'm doing this one. And lower. Lift and lower. I'm thinking something that challenges me today. Arabesque is hard for me because this hip is not happy. But I'm going to keep trying, you know? I want to keep improving myself. And that means taking on the things, bouncer. That's hard. Up and down. Let's hold this one. Inhale, up, 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 up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, nice job. Okay, give me a side to side. Okay, we have just enough time to do our little, it's kind of a rond de jambe. I'm going to move my mat out of the way, and I'm going to grab a slider, because why not? So it's kind of a plie extension. It's kind of a rond de jambe, kind of a remix. So if you have a slider, or a paper plate or a towel, I want you to take that to your outside foot. I'm going to show you that with a slider, and then I'll show you how to do it with that. So we're going to start. Whew, lost my breath. We're going to start going en dehors, which means front to back, and then en dedans is back to front. We'll do en dedans next. So I want you to take, you're here in this V first position, plie out, around, and stand. Plie, around, and I'm going to get my foot on camera. Plie, around, and stand. If you don't have that slider, plie, all the way around, and stand. Plie. Actually, I think it's harder to do without the slider. Okay, so what are we working in this? We're practicing our turnout, and once we get right about here, you can keep circling. I'm just tutorialing. Once I get right about here, I need to maintain that turnout, but I've got to go around the hip. So feel that in yourself. You'll hit that point when you have to turn it. I always call it turning over. It's not an engine, I know. So en dehors, front to back, plie, all the way around, and stand. This is a good workout for the standing leg. All the way around and stand. Ooh, okay. Check out that standing leg. Now we're gonna on the floor. So back to front. Same thing. I'm actually gonna turn on profile this time. So here I am. I'm gonna plie. Leg goes back, around, and up. Plie, around, and up. If you don't have that slider, plie. There's where that hip has to turn, and up. I actually like it without the slider, I'm not gonna lie. If you're doing it without the slider, I want you to challenge yourself to keep that leg at the same level. It can be hovering right above the ground. What we don't want to see is you play with the leg way up here and then it rainbows around. Let's do 2 more. I feel like a tutorial is coming on this side. Around and stand. Nice job. All right, we're quickly going to do this on the other side. We're stretch. And then we have the core. Okay, let's move that slider to the outer leg, to the right leg for me. Doesn't matter if you're going the opposite. Okay, whew. On the floor. Forward, around, and again, there's that turning point. Keeping that turn out, turn out, turn out. As I come around to the back, my position just changes. If anybody else's legs feel tired, mind you, but we are almost there. You can do this. Reminder, here I am without that slider. Woo! I think if you're new to this, having something to slide the foot on is going to help you with the motion. I think it's a lot harder. So where we'll progress is taking that leg up. I know. Okay, let's come to the back. Ballet Barre. Here we go. Plie. Sorry, plie extend. You can tell how hard it is by how often I have to think about what I'm saying. These might be some of the toughest ones. And if you see these sliders, I hope you join me next week by special request for Victoria. We are going to be doing an express slider class. So I'll talk a little bit more about that during our stretch. And let's do one more. Around and up. Okay, everyone, it's time for our stretch. Let's go ahead and take right hand to right ankle, tucking those hips under, pulling that leg back. Whew. If you enjoyed this class, let me know. I'm thinking about doing another ballet intensive. Ballet Barre intensive for 75 minutes. I know, what could be more fun than this? Doing it for 75 minutes. Let's come into our figure 4. You can always do it here, or you can join me with your support. I'm just elevating that stretch. So if you enjoy this workout, you want to see another intensive, another 75-minute class, leave me a comment. Maybe we'll do it in May. All right, now coming into the hamstring stretch. So just squaring those hips, relaxing that foot. If you hold out that support, pulling that chest through. Your leg could also be on the floor, flaps that we do in all of our classes. And we are going to get to a juicy inner thigh stretch, but not yet because we have one more inner thigh exercise. Help that leg down. Let's jump to the other side. Balance. If you don't feel balancey today, just turn into that support. Tuck the hips under. Pull that leg back into its place. Oh, you are doing awesome today. This is a tough class. Let's come into figure 4. So of course, Ankle to knee, foot flex, sitting back, coming into that support. If you're like me, helping your little leg up there. Nice job. Inhale, exhale. And now we're going to come back into the hamstring. Maybe hopping's not the right thing for you. I do like to hop. So squaring those hips, flexing that foot. Again, towel really helps. You have a bony ankle. Pulling that chest through. You are doing awesome. And help that leg up. And let's just do a quick little foot stretch. So again, taking those toes, curling under. Oh, that should feel so good. Other side. All right, in a minute, I'm going to grab that mat. You also have the option to add one weight for one of the exercises. I'm going to choose a 3-pound weight. You can choose whichever weight you want, but I would recommend something not too heavy. All right, let's grab that mat. All purple today. Okay, we're going to come down to the mat onto our backs. All right, so yes, that's my camera in there. High tech. So go ahead and bring those legs into tabletop with the knees over the hips. And if you want to have that weight, you can grasp it between your hands. We're going to take the weight in the opposite direction. And then when we come up, we're going to lift the weight and we're taking the legs apart. So I'm holding the head of the weight in my hands, flipping my grip, and sitting up. Nice and slow. Now, if that second part is too much for you, you can just keep this initial movement going. You also don't have to come up this far. So maybe you come up to there. That's great. I want you to think more about core, 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 and less about head. So don't think about leading with the head. Think core, core, core. Nice job. Great cueing today, Sarah. Thank you. Let's do 2 more. Slow and controlled, slow and controlled. And last one. Nice job. Go ahead and set that weight aside for me. Oh, my favorite glute bridge variation. Okay, so if you have any knee issues, I want you to keep that bridge and parallel, just as we always do it. If you do not have knee issues, go ahead and step those feet out wide. You can see my toes are off my mat. And we're going to go ahead and plant those arms. Take it up, up, down, down. There we go. Up, up, down, and down. Those knees are going to want to come in, but you're not going to let them. You're going to hold those knees in that alignment. Let's take our hands up above, up, and up, down, and down. So we're opening the inner thighs a little bit, and we're working into that outer glute and down. Take it up, and up, down, and down. 2 more, up, and down. I really want you to think about those legs, and up, down. Take it right back up and pulse. Little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. Nice job. Pulse, pulse. Yes, we can. For 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down, 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 down. Walk those feet back to a regular bridge position for me. I'm going to go have you take this back leg, it's my left leg. We're going to come into a figure 4 position. Hands come down. You might need to walk that heel in a little bit. Take it up and up, down and down, up and up. This is just a different one-leg bridge variation. And down. Take it up. We're just hovering that booty at the ground. 4 more. 4 and down. 3. You're going to feel a little wobble in the hips. Grab that core. and down. Last one, and down. Let's switch it up. Left foot planted, right foot comes up and over. Gonna take it up for 2, down for 2. Take it up and down. Little dynamic stretch. We work one side of the booty, up and up. So I can move my foot in a little bit more. Bridge is good for you to figure out the right angle for your body. You don't want the foot too extended or too close to the body, but each body is different. Some of us have longer torsos. Some of us have longer legs. The last 2, you thought I felt kind of, didn't you? And 1, and down. Nice job. Go ahead and roll into your side. I'm gonna roll into my left side. Doesn't really matter. And you have a couple options. I'm gonna suggest you come onto your elbow, hips are up, hips go down and up, down and up. So my legs are stacked. You can add that arm if you like. You'll probably know where this is going. You pull in and out, in and out. That hip is just kissing the ground. You've got 4. You've got 3. Last 2. 1 and hold. 8, 7. Pull that hip up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. So you're gonna go ahead and just give me a little counter stretch up and over. Oh, that feels good. You can face forward. You can also twist. Now we can do that on the other side. So base option, coming onto the right side, doesn't really matter. You have that elbow underneath our shoulder. You can make a fist. You can put your hands flat. Doesn't really matter. And my feet are touching the back of that mat. They're nice and together. Here we go. Up and down. Up and down. I like adding that arm. And I want to keep my shoulders stacked. And down. Up and down. 2, stay here. You know where this is going. Pull in and out. In and out. In and out. These sideline ones are tricky. Give me 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold. Pull that bottom hip up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. This arm you were just on, come up and over for that counter stretch. You can put your hand on the outside of the thigh to help you rotate it. And release. It's time for us to stretch. We are going to start in cobbler today. So bringing those feet together, opening them up like a book. If you're super tight, then you can always walk those feet out a little bit more. Whew, you did great today. All right, we're all going to move to straddle today. If straddle is difficult for you, you don't need to come out into both legs. You can pull the left foot in and do a half straddle. But I want you to come into this position to get a little bit more opening. So whether you're in full or half straddle, we're going to do the same thing that we do in straddle by pulling forward. So again, here's your modification where you can come all the way up. So it doesn't really matter which to me. If you have a block or a book to put your hands on, that can also really help. And my inner thighs are on fire, so I hope yours are too. Try to release the gripping in your feet. Maybe just give them a little shake. Just let these muscles start to stretch. They want you to come out of it. So if you're going one-legged, go ahead and switch. So now bringing that right sole of the foot into the thigh. And just as if you were in straddle, leaning forward. So that means you're only stretching into one inner thigh at a time. This is your second time in full straddle. One hand front, one hand behind. Walk a little bit more forward and try to relax the feet. You want to grip. And come on up. Let's come into Nagler. As we come into Nagler, I'm just going to grab my sliders so we can talk about that. So extend that right leg long, left leg up and over, sole of the foot. Pulling, once we're sitting up nice and tall, knee to opposite shoulder, and tucking the glute. This feels good. You can wrap that arm and start to twist. Okay, this is just for Victoria next week. We are doing a sliders workout. As a reminder, you can use your sliders. You can use paper plates. I've used brownie pans and bread pans. Hardwood floor, you can use a towel. Join us for a 30-minute slider workout. And a lot of fun. And by a lot of fun, I mean hard, but also a lot of fun. Let's come into modified triangle. So flexing this top foot, planting that bottom foot, opening that chest. Sit up nice and tall. You can give a little rock side to side. If that feels good, stay here and modified. Or drop shin on top of shin. Keeping your feet nice and flexed. Find that foot on top. Now you probably are super warm and bending and stretchy today. So if you're working on your flexibility, this would be a great time to do some extra stretching, to do some range of motion work. When you get a workout like this, especially when you're being dance-based, take advantage of that and work on that flexibility a little bit because your muscles are ooey-gooey right now. Let's do that on the other side. So unwind, extending that left leg long, right leg comes up and over, sole of the foot, and let's take that knee to the opposite shoulder, sitting up nice and tall, not rounding into that stretch, and wrapping around if that feels good. We are going to get a delicious down dog and calf stretch after this to bring us home. It's going to feel so good. All right, let's go ahead and flex this top foot. And let's plant that bottom foot, that left foot, and then externally rotate. So we're opening that chest, pulling belly button to spine. Give me a little rock if that feels good for you. So I'm just rolling over that bottom foot. It's really nice. Same here, if this is all the stretch you need today, or dropping shin on top of shin and finding that top foot. Keep those feet nice and flexed. All right, go ahead and unwind for me, and let's come into a down dog. Lots of options for this down dog today, but just releasing some more of the back line of that body. Planting your hands nice and wide. I'm taking my 3 outer hands off the mat. My index fingers are pointing straight forward. I've got a wider stance. I'm going to tuck those toes under and extend those legs. If you're really tight in the back of those legs, go ahead and bend those knees towards the chest, or towards the torso, I should say. That's perfectly fine. If you're feeling nice and bendy, you can straighten those legs, and let's go ahead and just roll through those heels. Delicious. And if there's a side that's a little sticky, you stay in that side for a minute. Let's take both heels high, both heels press down. Strong through both hands. Nice job. Go ahead and walk your feet to your hands. Go ahead and come down, bending those legs. Heels are gonna pop. And then let those heels sink. Gravity helps them sink all the way to the mat. Oh, it feels so good in those calves. Doesn't matter how close those calves are. Those feet are to the ground as long as you feel that calf open. Now we're going to go ahead and start straightening the legs. Head pitches all the way down, crown of the head to the mat. Let those arms go and just hang. Bending those knees, releasing those hands. Inhale up, one vertebra at a time. Arms coming all the way up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me. This was a tough ballet bar class. I'm so glad you stuck with it. I'm proud of you. I hope to see you here next week for Express Bar 30-minute sliders class. Be safe, be well, everyone. Bye.